that moment when I am so freaking hyped to see some future events that are getting very, very fucking close. Like, oh my god. Fairy Tail 2014 episode 67. My hype is building up after this episode. I really gotta say, because the setup for some of these battles and then for what is coming very soon, my hype is intensifying right now. Like, oh my god, I cannot wait. Like, in 2 to 3 weeks, oh my god, I cannot wait. I fucking cannot wait. I cannot fucking wait. Oh my god, I can't. So, I am really looking forward to the next couple episodes. I'm just gonna say that right now. But for right now, this episode of Fairy Tail, it's still pretty hot because the setups are getting very good, especially that beginning alone. The first 3 to 5 minutes of this episode, but regardless of the recap, like, just X out the recap, and I'm talking about, like, the first, 4 or 5 minutes of content we got in this episode. Oh, man, that scene right there, I know for a fact, anyone that's a fan of Zeref of Fairy Tail is gonna just be like, oh my god, this is fucking amazing, because every time Zeref pops up on screen, you should expect some serious shit to go down, especially with an arc when Zeref is, like, one of the main focuses, especially when he pops up like this, like, time like, kind of stops, Natsu's talking to this person, and then you have a huge conversation between Natsu and Zeref talking about, like, and how this guild, Tartarus, is actually Zeref's bookshelf. I mean, all these different things, and how, like, End was made, and, the master of the guild. Just so many different things like that, and it's setting up so beautifully. I cannot wait. I really can't, because one thing that's really making me so hyped right now, I have to be honest, is that music. That fucking music is just so damn on point. It is so on point. That is the music I love from the original Fairy Tail. Like, what really got me into the anime of Fairy Tail when I was reading the manga when it only had like 40 or 50 chapters, it was the music. The fucking music is what won me over. I'm like, oh my god, that music is too good. And one thing that this series was kind of lacking in the first part of the Grand Magic games, it was lacking that same Fairy Tail vibe when it came to music. The music was good. I complimented it. It just didn't have that traditional Fairy Tail vibe that we got used to from the original. And to see that music, like, kind of having a little bit of a spotlight in this arc. I mean, it's not the exact same, but you could tell it's that Fairy Tail type music. I'm really getting hyped up, because that music is just setting the mood and atmosphere for the episode. It's like that one scene with Mira. Oh, man, when she went straight up, like, dark yandere mode, like she was about to put on her war face. That's what was going on. And then that one face at the end when you see how the dude is, like, using a different soul, one of his highest forms, and you see how, like, Happy and Natsu and all them, they're like, what is this? Like, how? And then, we didn't really get to see who that was. So, I mean, there's just so much setup. Let's put it that way. Just so much setup. Like, Gray's fight coming on. You had that dude, like, mentioned Silver. You have it to where, Natsu's going up against this dude that absorbs souls, and supposedly that whoever this dude is transforming into, they have seen him because they acted like they knew this person. And then you also have it to where Wendy's having to run off to the activation of Face because they only have, like, 34 minutes. After the end of this episode, it said, like, right at the end, right before the song, it said, I think, 34 or 36 minutes left until Face activates. And so, time is ticking down. Time is ticking down. And when it comes to shonen, usually when a timer pops up, you should expect it to be very long-winded. For instance, just a long-ass, dragged-out conflict. And I won't deny that most shonen are kind of like that, but we'll have to see how the anime actually uses this timer and how it, adapts it into this anime form, because so far, as I even said last week, the pacing of this Tartarus arc is very beautiful, because I'm loving the way the pacing is done. It's fast, but it's getting everything across where we can understand. It's just getting to so much good stuff. There's so much action-packed stuff going on in each individual episode, especially with this episode, getting to see all that setup. Now, I'm going to ask you anime-onlys all a quick question. What fight are you looking forward to the most? Like, out of all the setups you saw in this episode, what are you looking forward to the most? Are you looking forward to Erez's fight? Natsu's fight? Are you looking forward to whatever Wendy's doing? Are you looking forward to what's going on in the other areas on this giant-ass floating cube? I mean, let me know, like, what fight are you personally looking forward to? I'm not going to say what I'm looking forward to the most, but I'm telling you right now, there's quite a few I'm looking forward to. It's going to be fucking... Okay, so, animation of Fairy Tail this week. It was meh. Like, I mean, I'm not talking about specifically art, I'm just talking about animation-wise. Animation, there was a lot of still frames. I noticed sometimes parts in this episode where it just paneled over one still frame, and I mean, it wasn't necessarily bad or it killed the episode, but I did notice that. So, the animation, for the most part, was kind of lacking in this, and the art did take a little bit of a nosedive, but this episode wasn't as crucial as some to come up. I'd rather this episode take a blow to the art and animation than some of the episodes coming up very soon, so I feel like this is completely fine. I can accept this episode because if they need to save budget, I'd rather do it right now. They better do it right now before they get into some of the content coming up, because I'll be fucking... I'm not gonna say. I'm not even gonna fucking say. So, yeah, tell me your thoughts. How do you feel about Fairy Tail this week? How do y'all feel about the anime? I know for a fact I'm actually really looking forward to the anime next week. I cannot wait. I love you all. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.